How is everybody doing today? This will be a past lives reading, bringing in some loving, kind, beautiful energy today. I have my cat with me again. He likes to watch and listen to my readings just to check that I'm doing them right, don't you, Pumpkin? So I'm going to start with these angel messages cards. The first card out is gratitude. Focus on what is positive in your life and you will attract even more positive situations. Beautiful. What a lovely card to start with today. Well, it's got a mind of its own. These cards do, you know, they always seem to like flip out when I least expect it. Family. Your family members are safe, loved and protected by the angels. Beautiful. Maybe one more. And I'm just looking to see actually what cards to do next. Yeah, one more. Golden opportunity. Your prayers have been answered. Yeah. Sometimes confirmation is all we need, really. So let's just put those to the side. Just thinking, shall I do these? These are lovely cards. I've used these before in my messages, and sometimes it's just one word that's enough. These are ancestral messages cards. Raw is a card that's come out with some beautiful artwork. I love connecting with these cards. They're absolutely beautiful. Wow. This one's just flipped over. Okay, and then they're all falling out. Oh my god. Soul journey. Soul journey. Okay, and then these two just flipped. Light of the universe. Womb. Yeah, so it's just lovely just to connect with cards, and the artwork is beautiful. What's this one? Womb. Yeah, but that was just at the bottom of the deck, so that just caught my eye again. So I don't know if someone wanted to see that again. I really don't know, but I've shown it again. I will put a link in the description of the cards that I connect with. Sorry, I just kind of went somewhere and came back because I'm like, it was like my guides were like, you just need to totally change all of the cards that I was connecting with compared to itchy nose. The reading that I did before, you know, it's like a total change of cards. So I was still thinking about the cards that I had previously, and I'm like, no, I've got totally different cards out now. So, health. So these are past life oracle cards now. Authority figures. So someone could be discussing their health connected to a past life with authority people. You know, there could be something coming through in that respect. I really don't know. Phobias. It's interesting. Phobias. Love life. Galactic. And I do have Mystic Martian cards, and I always feel that I usually want to connect with either the Mystic Martian cards when the Galactic card comes out, or Lemurian Star Child, but I do have the Atlantis cards out, so that's why I was told to get the Atlantis cards out. So there's always a reason why I do a complete change of cards, you know, for readings. There's always a reason why, you know. Sometimes I don't know why. So health, authority figures, phobias, love life, galactic. So to me, it looks like someone's connection with a past life and to the phobias is affecting them in this life. And it could be affecting their love life, but there's authority figures that maybe they have been discussing with. You know, past life aggression isn't for everybody. For some people it is, some people it isn't. It just really depends. For me, it's helped me a lot to understand certain things that have been happening in this life, because they are interlinked. So yeah, so someone might benefit from past life aggression, whether they connect with someone, or this could be that they are wanting to connect with, because even though it says authority figures, but I would make sure that this is what it is, what they wish to do, because as I say, it's not for everybody. And obviously once you connect with that, it's a kind of thing of, not so much that you can never go back, but for me personally, I wouldn't change it. You know, I do moan sometimes, like I was chatting to my friend the other day and I said, wow, if I didn't go to do this and everything else, my life would be totally different to how it is now. But then for me, it was like my guides and ancestors and that, they wanted me to reflect how far I've come, you know, to go back to the beginning of when, in connection to do with that. And obviously for me to go and seek the answers to what I was looking for, and I found them. And I wouldn't say I regret it, because I wouldn't be where I am now, but it's not easy for some people. But it can lift the feeling sometimes of not knowing. And I've always been a curious person anyway, so, you know, everyone's different. But I feel with this, in connection to do with phobias, love life, and it could possibly be affecting their love life. And they are connected to the galactics, you know. Vows. Asia. Father, that came out together. Like, those two came out together. So someone may feel connected to Asia. And they may feel that they're connecting with someone that is their father in a past life. Or they were a father in Asia in a past life. I always find that people who connect with past life readings, they do have some very interesting dreams. So I always say about a dream journal. Or even to write down your thoughts, because sometimes if they're in your head, you know, it's quite nice to write them down. And don't be worried about, like, of people reading it, you know, and because it's your personal journal or diary, or, you know, and it's okay to write things down with your dreams or your feelings and your emotions. It's okay to do that. No one's going to judge you for it, and if they do, then, you know, they're not you. You know, there is that kind of fine line with people believing past lives and connections, and, you know, and people do dismiss it, or they're like, you know, but I always find that those kind of people, just leave them to it, basically, you know. Each to their own. Closed-mindedness. So I just kind of picked up there that someone was kind of worried of writing their experiences or their dreams or what have you in a journal, because they were worried that someone is going to find it and read it. Knighthood. Native American. Male, female. So there's definitely a relationship here, because I was wondering, I was thinking, why has knighthood come out and Native American? So I'm going to put male, female in the middle. And I feel that the male or female is connected to knighthood. So one is connected to knighthood and one is connected to Native Americans. I just got, and they had to make a choice. And they're kind of possibly something similar is happening in their life now. This could be connected to, can't get my words out, religion or spiritual connections. Leaving or travel. Blimey, these cards are like all over the place. So look at them there. Flying out. This is what they do, you know. Luckily my cat's sat over there, because sometimes my cats come and sit here in my lap and the cards like fly everywhere. High priest or priestess. Journey. Yeah, look, trust and faith. That definitely wanted to come out as well. So what I'm getting with this is that someone really had their relationship, or they're having their relationship tested in connection to a past life, and it is connected to knighthood and Native Americans, but also high priest or priestess, trust and faith. Like they've really had to not so much go within, but I feel that this is also connected to shadow work. And they may go on a journey. It could be a spiritual journey. But this spiritual journey, if it's physical, it's like they will be tested by the divine, or they're already being tested by the divine on what path that they wish to take. But there is similarities, and they feel that there is similarities in this life and a past life. What I'm feeling is that the male connection in this relationship is, I wouldn't say so much like as being more, I just feel that they're more aware, and he is like the guide to the feminine energy. He's more likely to explore the shadow side, like through meditation. And when he comes out of meditation, he shares what it is that he connects with, and she kind of clarifies it, so they're a good team working together. And it's interesting what's just come out is angels. So they're a good team, you know, they kind of bounce off each other. But he's more so, the male energy is more so, he goes more so like into the shadow side, into the underworld. Ships and baby, that came out. Both came out together. What's interesting is leaving or travelling, the angels, the ships, baby. So maybe someone had to travel when they were a baby, or they had a baby and they had to travel to another country. And this was quite a journey. They didn't want to leave their baby behind. Someone could actually dream about this baby. They could actually dream about being on a ship with a baby. I just got a vision of a woman holding a baby. But she was like right down in the ship. She was like at the, like, I don't know if she was so much hiding, but she was right on the lower deck of a ship. Let's go for that one. Monk Nun. The arts. Someone might actually like sing about this, you know, or write songs about it. And there's like a guide that inspires them to write. I don't know. The arts. Wow. Scribal writer. So you've got the arts, and that could be anything: music, theatre, film. Yeah, and then you've got scribal writer. But I feel that there is like a spirit guide that inspires them. Unrequited love. There's a guide that they might not realise, but they might be like, I don't know where I get all this inspiration from, and it's a guide that connects with them, like in their dreams, or, you know, they help inspire them. Wow. Ooh. All falling out. Biblical. Yeah. I'm going to shuffle again because these are like, they've all overturned. So biblical. Unrequited love. Biblical. Food and hunger. Yeah. Persecution and inquisition, yeah. So someone may actually write about this, you know. I don't know. Look at that. They all want to come out. Could be to do with the art, could be to do with like music, absolutely anything, but someone writes about it, you know. Wow, they're all coming out. Yeah, wisdom. Yeah. Yeah. To inspire others, that's why they do it. Lessons and blessings, yeah. because it's their calling, it's what they're here to do. They might be doing this now, or they might be inspired to do it. I really don't know. I was just told there to look at the bottom of the deck and Two of Cups. So, Witches Tarot. Let's see. Okay, so Two of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, and that one decides to fly out. Queen of Wands. A feminine energy. Could be a masculine energy. It doesn't really matter so much in tarot. Five of Cups. Emotions. Queen of Wands. Five of Cups. So maybe someone had to walk away to like pursue their dreams, you know, and they've come together again in this life. Wheel of the Year, karma. Yeah, karma. High Priestess, intuition. So someone is very intuitive here. And it's like they've had to sacrifice something, or maybe in their past life they had to sacrifice something to kind of pursue their dreams, you know. It was like, I don't know, they had to. It was like they had no choice. They felt that they had no choice. But they're feeling it in this life now, and they're trying to put things right. They're trying to use their intuition to put things right. Yeah, Three of Swords. So this was not an easy decision in this past life, but they've come together with the same person. But because they're trying to heal what happened in a past life where someone had to walk away. They didn't want to, but they feel like they had no choice. And someone is still carrying that in their heart, you know? Justice. Yeah, someone's still carrying it in their heart. Two of Cups. I feel like with the arts and that, it's very healing for whoever this is connected to. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. So there is wealth here. It's just in connection with this heartbreak, Three of Swords, you know. Ten of Pentacles, a beautiful family card. You know, families coming together and building generational wealth. Karma. Yeah. Karma. Seven of Cups, making decisions. Making decisions which they know will affect karma. But there is options here. Plenty of options. Strength. No one's perfect. You know, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes in life. Queen of Cups, beautiful, loving energy. This is a feminine energy. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. They came out together. Yeah. So I feel maybe someone in connection to do with his past life, they were trying to juggle their career, their love life. This is the male energy now for a moment. And war. That was happening in their life. And they had some setbacks. And then there's the Queen of Cups. I feel it's the Queen of Cups that is trying to heal her heart more so than the male energy. I'm not saying that men don't have emotions, of course they do. But because he's able to go more into like shadow work, meditation and stuff, it's like if they could maybe do that together, then maybe it might help resolve the Three of Swords that I feel is more so in a connection to do with the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Four of Wands, celebration, happy family life. Everybody deserves that, you know. Everybody deserves it. They deserve to be happy in their relationship, in their marriage, or whatever it is, you know. Two of Wands. I just got there in connection with the Queen of Cups that she was waiting for the male energies to come home. She was waiting and waiting and waiting. He did eventually return, but it was difficult. It wasn't easy. The Chariot. She always wanted to go and find him. And the only way that she felt that she could find him was in meditation. But I feel that what sometimes she connected with, she doesn't want to go back into like the shadow lands or the underworld again. And that's okay. That's okay. But maybe if he held her hand, you know, maybe if they did it together. Yeah. The Emperor. Divine Masculine. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there and I'm going to connect with Atlantis Oracle cards. Wow, these cards got a mind of their own. Wow. Too many. Oh. Come on, stop playing about now. I can't read all of the... They do make me laugh. Alright, let's go for this one. Okay. Crystal skulls. Beautiful. And that's interesting because before I started the reading, I was guided to add some crystal skulls to my crystal collection. So, yeah. There we go. During Golden Atlantis, 13 life-size quartz skulls were fashioned using technology currently beyond our comprehension. 12 of these advanced computers, into which the leaders of the 12 tribes recorded the history and knowledge of their region. The 13th was a higher frequency amethyst skull containing all the information of Atlantis and is no longer in physical form. When humanity raises its vibration, it will rematerialize to assist the energy of Atlantis to return. The unknown. Your guidance is that there is a mystery waiting to unfold, for much is yet unknown. Perhaps new information is to come to you, or old memories or ancient wisdom may surface to your conscious awareness. Meditation would help you to facilitate this. Be cautious about making a decision, for you do not have the whole picture. A mystery is waiting to unfold. Crystal skulls. Excuse me. Healing. In Golden Atlantis, people were natural healers, but those who were specially gifted were trained to become clear channels for divine energy. They worked in the healing temples. In the early days, healer priests only needed to balance the chakras, but later, as karma started to accrue, people needed more help to stay healthy. Sound, colour, geometric shapes, herbs and crystals were used to facilitate healing. Laser light passed through crystals was used for psychic surgery. Be a healer. This card reminds you that there are people who need your help. So it's time to develop, hone or practice your healing abilities. It's also suggested that you may need a boost of spiritual Reiki or emotional healing to raise your light levels. Reach out to others today. I'm going to do one more. I was just going to say if one more wants to come out. The 7 pillars of wisdom. The Temple of Poseidon was built on one of the 7 mountains that represented the 7 pillars of wisdom or spiritual laws of Atlantis. These remind us that there is no separation from God and shows us how to be masters of our destiny. They also affirm that there is a spiritual working out for all things. Order and consequences. This card reminds you that you live in an ordered universe where there is a consequence for all of your thoughts, words and actions. You are guided to claim your power to enhance your life by changing your beliefs, understandings and patterns. Watch your thoughts and concentrate on wholesome ones to create the life you want. Change your life by following the spiritual laws. Yeah. Okay, where else am I going to go now? I've got the runes. Let's do the runes. I was meant to do the runes before and then I just ran out of time. So, yeah, let's do the runes. Let's do it. Let's do the runes. Okay. There's one. Okay, so the first one, Nuthez needs. The first rune. Take time to nourish yourself, find balance between life, work and rest. Assess what is lacking in life. Ansu's message. Communication, a divine message, good advice, wisdom, truth, inspiration. Last one, it was you. Tree of life, reliability, dependability, trustworthiness, enlightenment, purpose. Oh wow. Yeah, I just thought I really wanted to do the runes, and I think the last couple of readings I've like just ran out of time. So shall we go for these? Power Animal Oracle cards. Yeah, let's go for these. There's so many cards that my guys were like, get those out and get those out. And I was like, whoa, you know, hold on. Because I get guided. Wow, that was going to jump out and then it went back in again. Oh, okay, here we go. Frog, purification, clear out the clutter. Yeah. Love it. Why not? It's always good to clear out things or donate things, you know. My favourite thing to do is donate clothes. Which I did recently. And then I go, oh no, I gave that away and that away. But it's like, well, you know, it's good to clear out stuff and obviously cupboards and, you know, and what have you. Why not, you know, out with the old, in with the new. And where is this card? Oh, there it is. Frog, purification, clear out the clutter. It's time to clear out and clean up. Look for any messy areas in your life and tackle them one at a time. Don't try to do it all at once or you'll become overwhelmed. Start with one corner of the room, one area of your desk, your kitchen, your closet, and dedicate a couple of hours to sorting and sifting. Recycle and give away as much as you can. Believe it or not, this process can be one of the most spiritual experiences you'll ever have. Another area to clear out is your body. Drink lots of water for the next few days, and if possible, do a detoxification diet. At least eat a vegetarian diet and eliminate alcohol and fatty foods. See how you feel when you do it. Another cleanup job is mental. Abstain from television and newspapers for a while, and as much as possible, avoid negativity in yourself and others who tend to be negative. Clear out and clean up your spiritual practice as well. Do whatever works that helps you feel closer to God. Whether it's prayer, meditation, or a walk in the forest, it's simple. Additional associations: singing, rhythm, rainmaker, sensitivity. Yeah. I love those cards. So yeah, have a good old detox with things that you don't need. I love making smoothies. Actually, I've been making smoothies, which is nice, you know. And I add Celtic salt to my distilled water. I distill my water. I don't drink tap water. And what a difference it makes, you know. It really does. But, you know, it's up to you what you decide to do. Anyway, let's finish with one more message and then I'm going to finish. And that's too many. I'm going to go for the cards on top. They all just want to fly out. Be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception. That's on them, no matter what people say. Don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power. That's lovely. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this past life reading, and I will see you again soon. Look after yourselves.